Hey, what is up guys? So I got a very amazing replay to share with you today, and it is between Greydles as well as the new Red-Eyes that just got released here in the TCG. And now with some of the other cards and multiples like the Ravine, people are really trying out the deck, and it just shows you guys how good stealing monsters is in this game. And Mother Grizzlies, if you're wondering why the heck is he playing that, it's because Greydles Slime is a really strong card. And basically getting rid of your opponent's stuff by just taking them is always advantageous in this game. So we're going to watch the replay real quick, and then we'll kind of break it down for some of you guys that might not be familiar with either the Red-Eyes or the Greydle archetype. Now, because of Galaxy Cyclone, the guy's able to stay in the game much easier because without that actually kind of counters Greydles too. It kind of makes it so you can get your cards back that your opponent stole. So I'm definitely seeing how great Galaxy Cyclone is against Greydles. But I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. If, you get rid of the equips, the monster is just going to go right back to your side of the field. Because Greydles, I don't feel like their deck really functions on its own very well. Without taking your monsters. The point of Greydles is essentially to take your opponent's stuff, so that way, whatever your opponent is playing, you're going to beat them with their own cards. And I think that is always good. There's a big play over here, Greydle Slime being able to destroy their own cards and able to potentially steal the opponent's Red-Eyes Flare Metal Dragon here, and then he's going to make a Crimson Blader. Fantastic card, because I love how that card happens to also be a level 5 tuner. Fantastic thing to make against Red-Eyes is Crimson Blader. It definitely puts them in a bad spot because they really need to summon high-level monsters, otherwise they really don't have any plays in the deck. So if you're matched up against them, Crimson Blader is an excellent card to make, as you will see over here. The guy goes ahead and summons a Blackstone, but he can't do anything because Blackstone needs to tribute itself, and he had Crimson Blader get that effect. But the opponent also is playing Supply Squad. Interesting to see people still trying out Supply Squad in slower decks, because these decks are not on the same level as other decks. It's just too slow to compete in the game. But Dark Hole is able to get rid of that Crimson Blader, and then Alligator over here is able to take over the Red-Eyes Flare Metal Dragon over here, and his opponent is going to try to destroy that card, but it's still in his possession technically when he's activating Cyclone. So the Greydle player comes in with the victory over here, Paper Nest, with that amazing replay. But anyways, let me go and break it down for you guys. Maybe you guys just want to understand how the heck the archetype works and just a better understanding of some of the cards that you saw that you might not be familiar with. So anyways, let's go and break it down for you guys. And any of you guys that are interested in building Red-Eyes, honestly, I don't find the deck to be very strong. So one important card here is Galaxy Cyclone. It was released a while ago, and it's pretty expensive still. But anyways, you get to destroy a set spell and trap card in the field during your main phase, and if it's in the graveyard, except during the turn that you used it, you can actually banish it, and then you can destroy a face-up one. So very awesome card indeed. Anyways, he's going to go ahead and send some cards to graveyard with the effect of the Dragon Shrine, and then in addition to that, he's going to go ahead and attack the Greydle Eagle. So Greydles are basically an archetype that revolves around stealing your opponent's stuff. So Eagle is going to go ahead and activate its effect, and when it's in the monster zone and it's destroyed by battle or by monster's effect and sent to the graveyard, you can target one face of monster your opponent controls, and you equip it to this card. While this card is equipped to that monster by this effect, you get to take control of that monster. When this card leaves the field, you destroy the equipped monster. Very good stuff over there. So he's going to now have control over his opponent's card. Again, that's how the Greydle archetype looks like. It's oriented around, like, basically you just take your opponent's stuff, and a lot of the cards actually do that. Slime, on the other hand, is actually a tuner, which we'll get into in just a moment once he goes ahead and activates that effect. But he's going to go ahead and activate the Cyclone. He's going to go ahead and pop that set card, which was actually the Greydle Split. So Greydle Split is a really good trap card. You target one face of monster you control and you equip it. It gains 500 attack, but it's usually irrelevant. The main effect that you're using it is during your main phase, while it's equipped to a monster, you can send this card to the graveyard to destroy the equipped monster, and if you do, you get to special 2 Greydle monsters with different names from your deck, but you destroy them during the end phase. That's usually irrelevant. Majority of the time, what you want to go for is Greydle Slime, as well as the other Greydle that is a level 3. Usually you want it to just be the other water, because I'm not sure if this guy is actually playing it. There is a few cards. Okay, the Greydle Dragon obviously is like the card that you want to bring out, but there is also other cards that you can bring out because some certain things require waters, and the Greydles, they have the Slime is the tuner, and you also have the Alligator. So yeah, you're going to get out 2 Greydles with different names, which is really good. Otherwise, if they're the same, you just exceed, but nonetheless, that's still probably good. Anyways, he's going to get the effect of Keeper of the Shrine. So it can be used as 2 tributes, but that's not that relevant. Majority of the time is while it's in your hand or in the graveyard, if a face-up Dragon-type monster on the field is sent to the graveyard because of a card effect or being destroyed by battle, except Keeper Shrine, because he's actually a dragon. He looks like a warrior, but anyways, or like maybe a spellcaster. But anyways, his effect is that you can special summon him, and then if at least one of those monsters in the graveyard is a dragon type normal monster, you can add one dragon type normal monster from your graveyard to your hand. That's usually not too relevant, but he's able to use that because he's playing the Red-Eyes. So it's a really annoying card to deal with because it just kind of comes back. And then he's going to go ahead and actually tribute 2 for the Red-Eyes Black Flare Dragon. Again, that effect doesn't get used too often. It's usually they're just like, oh, I'm going to go ahead and do some shenanigans, get free card, just go ahead. And I've seen some people try to do rank 4s of this, but it's not, like, Clown Blade is basically the best, like, rank 4 engine. But anyways, he's going to go ahead and attack. And he's going to actually get rid of the Greydle Impact with Galaxy Cyclone. Greydle Impact is a pretty good card. And you get to target one other Greydle card you control and one card your opponent controls, and you get to destroy them. Of course, the Greydles, that's basically what you want to do. You want to destroy your own monsters or have your opponents run into them. And you can see I don't think he attacked this turn because he might have just been afraid of it. But anyways, he's going to go ahead and make Red-Eyes be Dragon with the effect of the Blackstone. He's going to go ahead and bust out a Red-Eyes Flare Metal Dragon. And you can see he doesn't want to attack the Greydle player because he knows what's going to happen. The Greydle player is going to steal this card. And so he's going to go ahead and activate Slime's effect. Slime's effect is that when it's in your hand or graveyard, you can target 2 Greydle cards you control. You destroy both of them, and if you do, you get to special summon this card. And then you can only use effect of him once per turn. And when summoned this way, you can target 1 Greydle monster in graveyard and special summon it in defense position. So this one is also water, but these ones, they have different effects. When this card in the monster zone is destroyed by battle or by a trap card's effect. So they're all destroyed by battle or by a certain other effect. Some of them, like when they're destroyed by battle or by spell. One of them's, this one over here is destroyed by trap or the battle. Like this one's the one that's destroyed by battle or by monster. And then we finally have the alligator that it is getting its effect when it's destroyed by battle or by spell. So you have like basically everything covered. And he's going to go ahead and trigger those effects. But remember guys, that Red-Eyes Flare Metal Dragon, every time your opponent wants to activate any card or effect, you can inflict 500 points of damage to your opponent. So that's actually really annoying. Like one of the most annoying things to deal with is multiple of the Red-Eyes Flare Metal Dragon. Plus, as long as this card has material, it can't be destroyed. So here he's going to attack with Crimson Blader. And the Crimson Blader is going to activate its effect, and it's going to make it so every time he's able to destroy a monster by battle during the next turn, even if Crimson Blader leaves the field, his opponent will actually not be able to summon any levels 5 or higher during their next turn. And then he's able to actually pop with the, I believe what this was with the Galaxy Cyclone. He was able to, or MST, whatever he did, he got rid of that, so he got his card back, and that's actually important. Now, one mistake he did make was he summoned the Blackstone Legend. This is kind of arguable as a mistake, but when he summoned this card, he forgot perhaps that Crimson Blader had activated that effect, and then therefore he can't actually tribute it to get another Red-Eyes. Otherwise, he'd be able to crash and then, of course, attack for game. But it was not available for him, so he's going to go ahead and attack with Crimson Blader, and this really hurts him because he's now at 900 life because that definitely a mistake, but you know that happens in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! But he keeps on getting this effect over here where it gets that card for free, and then that's going to go ahead apparently trigger the effect of Crimson Blader. I didn't know that he would stop to pay 500 for that because I thought it was like continuous or whatever. Anyways, so he's going to go ahead and actually attack or Dark Hole, and that's going to get rid of Alligator. Alligator then gets equipped because Alligator gets his effect when it's destroyed by spell. Like, that's such an amazing coincidence, and I'd be super upset about that. And then he goes ahead and steals the Red-Eyes Flare Metal Dragon. He's like, oh, okay, you know what, it's fine. I'm going to go ahead and Galaxy Cyclone, so I'm going to get back my card, but the Red-Eyes now is going to go ahead and activate its effect, and it's going to go ahead and make him take 500 points of damage, and that's going to go ahead and be game right there. But that was a really cool replay paper, and that was like right up into the last amount of life points. And I love those duels in Yu-Gi-Oh! Where they are super, super close. But I don't know, guys. What do you guys think of Greydles? I think that they're an okay archetype, but I see a real problem with them is that if your opponent is playing something that is like, I don't know, something that is oriented around like drawing, like there's a lot of chicken race like shenanigans, and those decks that go too fast, Greydles rely on your opponent having good cards. Of course you can destroy your own cards, but that usually takes multiple turns, and it is always going to be slower, whereas other decks like Necros, they're just too fast, they just start searching, and they go crazy, and they banish cards instead of destroying them, and that's a real problem, is that this deck I don't think has any chance against Necros, because so they are such a passive deck. and Necros can be very, very aggressive, and they have access to pretty much whatever they really want to at majority of the time because the deck searches like crazy. But anyways, like I said, guys, I'd like to know your thoughts on Greydles or Red-Eyes. To me, I've played the deck enough, and I understand the mechanics of the deck, and I don't think the deck is very good. One of their better cards is the Red-Eyes Fusion, but when you activate it, you're dealing like upwards of maybe 5,000 points of damage, but you don't have any follow-up plays, and a lot of the cards in the deck, I would say, rely on just you getting out monsters. There's not very good protection, other than the Red-Eyes Flare Metal Dragon, and this card doesn't necessarily protect itself because majority of the things that get rid of it like are Castell, or they're just things that just like bounce the monster back. If it had the effect if it couldn't be targeted, that would make this card so much better, but then it might be looking at too good of a card. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and thanks again Papernest for sending in the sweet replay. Azneyes signing out.